All right, here we go, you guys. What is going on? Wonder Bro here again today with another live stream. This time we are actually back to the legit setup with the whole green screen and fancy doodads on the screen, like the UFO flying around and whatnot. Simply because I finally have my setup back the way I want it, so we don't have to do iPad streams all the time now. We can go back to streaming the cool way. I like to call it the cool way. So today, we're going to be talking about understanding survival mode, anxiety recovery. Like always, we will give it a few minutes for people to get in here that want to join us live before we get started. We'll give it a few minutes. I've got a notepad open here. We're going to go over a few points today. Understanding anxiety is so important, right? It is so important for your recovery. Confusion. Confusion leads to more unnecessary fear than anything else when we're dealing with anxiety and panic. For a long time, I mean a long, long time, okay, confusion led to so much unnecessary fear for me, and it kept me sensitized for much longer than I needed to be, all because I wasn't really sure what was going on with my mind, what was going on with my body. And due to all that confusion, all right, I came up with my own beliefs, my own interpretations, which most of the time were very negative, okay? And this is that second fear, that dreaded second fear. So today we're going to be talking about understanding survival mode, clear up some confusion, hopefully. Barbara, hello, welcome to the stream. Christopher, welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing today? How's everyone doing today? Hopefully, you guys are having a good day. If not, you're in the right place. You are in the right place. Good morning, bro. These streams are so helpful. Thanks. No problem, dude. I enjoy it. I love what I do. I love what I do. Trish Taylor, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hey, brother, hello, welcome. Bracy, hello, welcome to the stream. How is everyone today? We are going to be talking about understanding survival mode. When I say survival mode, I'm simply referring to anxiety and panic. Morning, hello, welcome to the stream. Seasonal Mommy, hello, welcome to the stream. How is everyone today? Good morning. EDW, hello, how are you doing? We're getting ready to get started in just a second. I like to give it a few minutes to let people get in here that want to watch us live. If you keep missing our live streams, since we are mostly doing live streams on this channel now, we may go back to regular videos soon. But for now, we're doing a lot of live streams, so if you're missing those, make sure you ring the notification bell. So glad I found you. People who don't have it don't get it. I agree. Donna, hello, welcome to the stream. How is everyone? So, we are approaching the 3-minute mark. Therefore, I am going to go ahead and get this stream going. Understanding Survival Mode is the title of this stream. So, before we talk about anything else, okay, we need to talk about what is anxiety. That's the first thing right out of the gate that we need to understand. What is anxiety? What's anxiety's goal? Okay, this is the very basics. Anxiety and panic. The goal of anxiety is to protect you from danger. Okay, now the brain doesn't know when there's a real danger and when there's not. It goes completely based off of how you behave. So anxiety and panic jump in to save us from what it believes to be a real danger, whether it's a real danger or not. And that's anxiety's job. That's its only job, to protect us, to save us, to get us fighting or fleeing from potential threats to our life. So anxiety is your built-in protection mechanism. That is anxiety's job. That is its goal. Survival mode. When I say survival mode, all I'm referring to is when anxiety is turned on, when panic is turned on. Now, the first thing you need to understand when you go into this survival mode is that your thoughts are going to become negative. They're going to become negative. Your thinking, okay, is going to become do or die. Your thinking is going to become very black and white. So you're getting all of these negative thoughts, these thoughts that are trying to protect you, these thoughts that believe they are important, that they're serving a purpose, that they're protecting you in some way or another. These thoughts need to be looked at as nothing more than unhelpful suggestions. Unhelpful suggestions from your body. Unhelpful suggestions from your brain to try to protect you. Now, in reality, we know deep down logically that there is no real danger. The body and brain does not know that. Okay, so we're on two different pages here. Rationally and deep down, we understand there's no danger, but it's not enough just to tell our brain that. We can't just tell our brain, I'm not in any danger here. I mean, sure, that's helpful. It's helpful to not add second fear, obviously, and to remind yourself that you're just experiencing a false alarm. All of that's very helpful, and that's a good habit to get into. But at the same time, we still have to show the brain that there is no real danger indeed, okay? Because it's very hard to reason with the brain that's in survival mode. It's very hard to try to rationalize with a brain that's in survival mode, simply because if anxiety gave you enough time to think your way out of it, all right, if there was a real danger, you'd be dead. That's why when the false alarm kicks off, you don't really have much time to try to sit and rationalize with your brain, okay? Now, that's not to say, I want to make it completely clear, that's not to say, okay, that there's not some good to be found in being more rational. That's not to say that you shouldn't be more rational. You should be, absolutely. Stop adding second fear. But we still, at the same time, have to show our brain with our behaviors and how we react to the false alarm that there is no real danger. We still have to show it, okay? And we do that by cutting out coping methods. We do that by not fleeing, not taking the advice of the anxiety, okay? So it is good. It is good to be more rational and be more logical, but at the same time, we still have to show the brain that there's no real danger. It's very hard to try to rationalize with a brain that's in survival mode, okay? It's great to not add second fear, but in order for the brain to really get the message, we need to show it. So when you're in survival mode, your thinking kind of becomes black and white. You're going to be bombarded with these negative thoughts, these do or die thoughts. Understand that these thoughts are just another symptom of the survival mode to try to protect you. Okay, that's all it is. And you need to understand that. So instead of trying to argue with the thoughts, okay, individually and pick these thoughts out, okay, and fight with them for hours on end and obsess about them for hours on end, just remain rational, okay? Tell yourself, this is the false alarm. This is a symptom of the survival mode. I don't have to get in there and get too specific with this and argue and obsess over this for hours. I can just remind myself this is the survival mode. These thoughts are symptoms of the survival mode. Okay, I feel the way I feel because I am in the survival mode. No need to get up there and fight and pick out pick these thoughts out individually and then focus on each one individually and obsess for hours and hours and argue with them. No, don't do that. Don't follow your negative thoughts, one of our two main keys. Simply remind yourself that you are in survival mode and these thoughts are a direct symptom of being in that survival mode. Once you are out of that survival mode, once your nerves heal, you'll be laughing at these thoughts if they even come at all, okay? So remind yourself of that. When you are in survival mode, your thoughts are going to be do or die. All right, so I've got a few points here wrote down that I want to cover. That was the first one. I've got wrote down, when in survival mode, it's hard to be rational. It's hard to talk yourself out of it. I think we pretty much just covered that. When in survival mode, your body and mind has one goal, and that's to save you. Okay, so survival mode is your built-in anxiety, panic. It's your built-in protection mechanism, and its goal is to save you. So understand that urge to flee, that urge to fight, that's what anxiety's job is. It wants you fighting this danger, okay, fighting for your life, or it wants you fleeing from it, and that's its job. Understand that. So that's why you feel the way you feel when anxiety is turned on. All right, not because you're dying, not because you're going to possibly go insane or lose your mind. That was one of my big fears. Not because there's something wrong with you mentally or physically. It's simply because anxiety's job is to get you fighting or fleeing, and that's why you are bombarded with these symptoms that get you pumped up, all this extra adrenaline, all this energy, all this do or die thinking, so on edge, ready to just run for your life, ready to fight for your life, that doom and gloom feeling. That's why you feel the way you feel, because that's anxiety's job, to protect you from what it believes to be a real danger. So the anxiety and panic doesn't know that you're actually afraid of it. Okay, when you behave fearfully and react fearfully to fear, it doesn't know that you're doing that because you're afraid of the symptoms. It does not know. It thinks that you're doing that because there is indeed a real threat. So what does it do? It responds by giving you more of the very symptoms that you're trying to avoid. Okay, that's the ironic part of this. Due to the fact that the anxiety doesn't know that you are afraid of it, it sees you reacting fearfully to the fear, and assumes that you're reacting that way due to a real danger. So it gives you more of the same symptoms that you don't want. And that is the ironic cycle of this entire thing. Okay, second fear. So that is survival mode in its the very basics of survival mode. That was a few points that I just want to kind of go over today, and really drive it home for you guys. There's been a lot of new people here on the channel recently, and every now and then I kind of just like to touch base and go over the very bare minimum, the basics of this thing. But honestly, and in complete seriousness, you could just watch this one stream, understand what survival mode is, understand what anxiety and panic is, and then work on new habits of not adding second fear. And when I say second fear, I mean negative false mental beliefs. Okay, hopefully we just stomp those out for you today. You could just watch this one stream and get on with your life and recover, honestly. But yeah, there's been a lot of new faces on the channel recently, so I did want to kind of touch base and go over the very bare minimum, the basics today, understanding survival mode. I think even for people who's been here for a while, I think it's helpful to kind of go over the basics from time to time. So that was the point of today's stream, understanding survival mode, understanding why it makes you feel the way you feel, understanding why your thoughts start to do the weird, odd, scary things that your thoughts start to do, understanding survival mode. So that was the point of today's stream. Now I am going to hang out for a bit. And read some comments before I get out of here. I love hanging out with you guys, so we're going to see what you guys are up to. Life is good. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Olivia, hello. Seasonal Mommy, hello. Everyone, welcome to the stream. It feels like you're going crazy when it's in full swing. Yes, it can feel that way. It can definitely feel that way, but you're not actually going crazy. Trust me, if you could go crazy from anxiety and panic, I would have been crazy a long time ago. The only thing that can happen, the only thing that can happen with anxiety and panic is that you can continue to scare yourself. You can stay stuck in this fear on top of fear cycle, and, experience the uncomfortable symptoms that come along with that. But that's the only thing that can actually happen. Nothing catastrophic is ever going to come as a result, as a result of these feelings. Nothing, ever. We did a stream on that the other day, actually. Please upload the stream, bro. I sent you a donation. Please check it. Did it send? You have helped me a lot. Let me see. I will check that right now for you. Normally I get notifications if I receive donations. I did not get a notification, so I'll just open up the app and look that way. This stream will be getting uploaded, by the way. Yes. We did a stream yesterday and it never made it to the channel. Just because I spent all day rearranging my setup and getting everything moved around, and I was exhausted when I did that stream. It was really just a test stream, and you could just tell throughout the entire stream that I was a total zombie, and I did not feel like that stream should be uploaded because it was not that great. So alright, I didn't get the notification, but I did get your $20 donation. Thank you so much for that. Can we get a bunch of clap emojis in the chat? Thank you so much for that 20 bucks. I really appreciate that. That helps me out more than you know. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. You are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A bunch of clap emojis, please. Let's get a bunch of clap emojis in the chat to let our donators know that we are thankful and grateful for them and that we see them. All right, and we are grateful for them. Thank you so much for that. 20 bucks. I really appreciate that. I can never get my glasses back on. I need a new pair of glasses. I got the nerd tape going on. I've got the nerd tape going on over here. Thank you again for that $20. I really appreciate that. That's awesome, dude. That helps a ton. That helps me a ton. Seriously. I appreciate that. Gustavo, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? My daughter does not suffer from anxiety, but yesterday I had an anxiety attack out of nowhere. Any advice for her? It's bothering her that she felt like that. explain to her what's going on. Explain to her what's going on. That way she can catch it early and she doesn't start adding a bunch of second fear and it doesn't spiral into something. Um, and a good way, to explain it to her is actually this is actually a perfect stream for that. This is actually the perfect stream for that. We talked about understanding survival mode today. So once this stream gets uploaded to the channel, if you want to show her this stream, I try to cover the basics today, and I tried to make it as simple as possible. That's what I'm all about, right? Avoiding confusion. So maybe if you could just show her this stream or explain to her what's going on so she doesn't add a bunch of second fear, because that's when it becomes a problem, right? That's when it starts to spiral a bit. That would be my advice to you. Just explain to her what's going on. Um, Going to the Niners game, bro, that's awesome, dude. I would wish you luck. I would wish your team luck, but your team is pretty much unstoppable. So I don't think you need luck. I don't think you need luck. Niners are unstoppable. Also, Big Worm, don't worry too much about it as far as her having an anxiety attack. A lot of people experience anxiety attacks and it doesn't become sensitization. Not everyone who experiences an anxiety attack becomes sensitized. In fact, most people who experience anxiety attacks from time to time do not become sensitized. So don't worry too much about it. Of course, it's going to shake you up a bit and you're going to think about it a bit, but chances are she'll let go of it very, very soon. It's only actually a small group of people if we want to look at the grand scheme of things, okay? The grand scheme of things. It's not a very large group of people that become sensitized because they have an anxiety attack. It's only those who continue to add second fear over time, continue to add second fear, second fear, second fear. Eventually, those nerves break down. But a lot of people can experience anxiety attacks and it never turn into a big ordeal. Jennifer, in response to your comment, second fear. Second fear. So we can have all of these things happen to us, right? We can have bad news come into our lives. We can have shitty situations come into our lives. As human beings, we sometimes encounter undesirable situations. But at the same time, the negative worry about it, the negative thoughts that we entertain about it is not actually going to help anything. A lot of times we believe that we have to worry or that we should worry, right? And this makes real life situations even that much tougher to deal with. So my advice to you is, yes, even though you are going through something that is very negative in your life right now, you've got some unfortunate news, my advice to you would be, understand that worrying and entertaining negative thoughts about it isn't going to help the situation. Okay, it's going to make you feel worse. It's going to stress you out. It's going to make your body even that much more uncomfortable. So my advice to you is, yes, it may be a real situation that you're dealing with, but we don't have to entertain negativity about it. My wife gets anxiety attacks, but she understands the nature of them. She floats through them. Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people who experience anxiety attacks are able to just kind of let it go, and it never becomes a big ordeal. They never become sensitized. For most people, that is the case. Hi, Chris. My wife and I are getting excited about this Friday. We're going to see Roger Hudson of Super Tramp. I don't really know what that is, and I probably butchered that. But I am excited for you nonetheless. I am excited for you nonetheless. Yeah, no problem, Big Worm. Like I said, don't worry about it too much. A lot of people who do experience anxiety from time to time are able to let it go. It's actually a very small group of people in the grand scheme of things that become sensitized. So the likelihood that your daughter will become sensitized is not very high. It's actually a very small group of people that let it turn into a bigger deal than it needs to be. Thank you so much, Wonder Bro, and thanks everyone for your prayers. No problem, Jennifer. No problem. No problem at all. My pleasure. My pleasure. I know a lot of people personally that I've seen experience anxiety, and they don't add a bunch of second fear to it. I don't know why some people do and some people don't, but most people don't. They have anxiety and they don't add second fear to it. It's just whatever to them. I guess it's just their nature. It's just who they are as a person. So it never becomes a big deal. It never becomes anything significant. It's a 70s band. Do you know the Logical Song? Logical Song. I don't think so, David. I don't think so. I'm still excited for you nonetheless. Going to a concert. That's awesome. Sometimes I'm confused about when to seek medication or just work through it. That is completely up to you. I can't really touch on that. Legal reasons. All I can say is that it's completely up to you if you want to take medication or not. Personally, I can tell you that I didn't for several reasons, but that's just me. That's just me personally. If you feel like you want to take medication, more power to you. It's really up to you. It's really up to you. So is there anyone in chat right now besides David that's doing anything exciting? What are your plans today? What is everybody's plans today? What are we doing today? What is going on today? Gustavo, yes, going to the Niners game. I forgot about that, even though you just told me like 10 seconds ago. Like I said, I would wish you luck. I would wish your team luck, but you don't need it. Your team is unstoppable, so I don't think you need luck. I catch myself arguing with my own mind. It makes me feel crazy. Like my keep saying that it's going to kill you, and I keep saying no, it's not. Yeah, arguing with those negative thoughts is really not helpful. We're just kind of fueling the fire, and that's why I say not to follow your negative thoughts, which I know is a tough habit to break. I also give people the option, if they want to get involved with their thoughts, they need to keep it really short and sweet, because otherwise you're just obsessing still and you're not accomplishing anything. You're just stressing yourself out. So really you have two options. Notice when thoughts come, accept that they came, but you don't have to entertain them. Don't get frustrated about them coming, but don't entertain them. And second option, if you do want to interact with your thoughts, keep it very short and sweet. I mean very short and sweet. Okay? And then try to drop it and let it go. Don't continue to do it over and over again. Because our goal here, our objective, our main objective, is to stop fueling those negative thoughts, because we just fall further and further down the rabbit hole when we do that. One thought leads to another. We're sitting there fueling the fire. Before we know it, we've completely lost touch with reality, and we're just up in our mind all day long, obsessing one negative thought after another. So if you're going to go the route of flipping the script, is what I call it, if you're going to go that route, you got to keep it short and sweet, and the end goal is still to drop the thought and move on. Let it knock if it wants to knock, but we're no longer fueling the fire. Gonna watch the Texans game and COD all day. Nice. I want to play the new Modern Warfare, and I probably will eventually. It looks really good. It looks really good. It's just so expensive right now. It's 2 a.m. in Australia, so I'm going to bed. Good night. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Any advice to actually going into a restaurant and eat? It's been a while since I've done this. I fear I will freak out. Why does this happen? Like I said, you're in that survival mode, so of course you're going to have these negative thoughts. It's best to not entertain them, to not fuel the fire, and just remind yourself simply that this is the false alarm. This is the false alarm, and I'm going to show my brain, by not reacting fearfully to this fear, that there is no real tiger in this restaurant. I'm going to show my brain that. So my best advice will always be the two main keys. Always be the two main keys. 6 months ago, I couldn't go nowhere. I told myself, if I freak out, so fucking what? Yeah. Hey, Wonder Bro finally caught a live stream. Hope you're doing well, mate. Well, thanks, Brandon. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We do mostly just streams on this channel. I don't know, we've become a streaming channel. It just kind of happened. We might get back into regular videos eventually. I'm sure we will. But yeah, hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell. We've been doing mostly streams. Mostly streams. I got my new setup going on. Eventually, when I'm completely finished with it, I may post pictures to the Wonder Bro, like social media, Instagram or something. I'm really, really digging the new setup. It's awesome. It is amazing. Was well worth all the time it took to put together yesterday. So I was talking about the stream yesterday that we attempted to do, that I actually ended up deleting because I was just so exhausted that I didn't think it was that great of a stream. I didn't want it on the channel. But that's why I was so exhausted, because it took all day to make this setup happen. But it's paying off. I love it. Thank you again for that $20 donation. Really, really appreciate that. You are awesome. You guys are always so nice to me. You're so nice. You're so nice to me. You're so kind. I love you guys. I don't know what I would do without you guys. Where would I be without you guys? I love what I do. No, thank you. I have such a positive community. Honestly, like we never have trolls here. We never have trolls. We never have negative asshats. It's a positive community. Everybody helping everybody. I love it. I love that we've built a community like this. It's awesome. We are approaching, what is that? The half-hour mark. We are approaching the half-hour mark, you guys. You're right, Gustavo. You're actually 110% correct. Mindy, you have to show your brain that you don't need that anxiety. That is key. So take advantage of those moments where you're triggered, because that's when your brain is going to learn the most. Take advantage of that. Be thankful for that opportunity. No, Chris, where would we be without you? Oh, you guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. I love you guys. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. We are going to stream for a few more minutes, but I'm going to try to keep this around the 30-minute mark. That's weird. I don't have anxiety at work, but I do at home on days off. Any suggestions? That could be for a few reasons. It could be that you've trained and wired your brain to be that way, and if so, the 2 main keys will help you reverse that. Or it could be simply that on your days off, you're not very focused on work or anything, so you've got more time to entertain negative thoughts. And again, the 2 main keys will be your solution to that. The 2 main keys will be the solution to that. It's never the situation that's causing the anxiety, unless of course you're being chased by a bear, which in case that's going to cause the anxiety. But if you were being chased by a bear, okay, you would be so focused on getting away from the danger, because in that case there would be a real danger, that you wouldn't care about the anxiety. Hi Wonder Bro, hello, welcome to the stream. The stream will be uploaded, you guys. The stream will be uploaded. I am happy with this stream, so I will make sure that it gets uploaded. If you missed it, you can always watch it back. Should be available on the channel shortly. Oh. Even though I'm currently going through a setback, there are positive signs, like I noticed weight gain, and I'm totally happy about that. That is awesome. Take advantage of your setbacks. I don't even really like that term. It's kind of negative in nature. I understand why people use it, though. But your setbacks don't have to be setbacks. They can be leaps forward if you take advantage of it. Remember that. Yes, muscle tension is very, very, very common with anxiety. In fact, it's probably one of the more common symptoms. Do not worry about your muscle tension. Very, very, very common. Who do the Niners play today, Gustavo? Who are you playing? I haven't been keeping up with it. What does I think there's a few typos there. What do you say about nicotine intake with anxiety? Should I leave or what? I don't know. I smoked the entire time I was sensitized, probably way more than I should have. I actually smoked way more when I was sensitized, and I still smoke to this day. So it's a personal choice. You can recover either way. You can recover either way. Yeah, yesterday's stream was not uploaded. We were actually just talking about that. Yesterday's stream was not uploaded. I was not happy with yesterday's stream. I was completely exhausted during that video, and you could tell, and I wasn't happy with it. So I didn't actually upload that stream. Today's stream will definitely get uploaded though, for sure. Very, very common to wake up nervous, to wake up with anxiety. A lot of people experience morning anxiety. 2 main keys are going to be the way to go. I smoke like a chain smoker when my anxiety is high. Yeah, I think most smokers do. I know when I was sensitized, I smoked way more than I do now. Way more. Still recovered, and that's why I say, a good diet, cutting out caffeine, sugar, nicotine, all this stuff, of course, I mean, that's good for you. That's good for you. There's no doubting that. But you can still recover either way. You can still recover either way. All right, you guys, we just passed the 30-minute mark. I may do another stream this evening around like I don't know, 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern. No promises, but maybe. But I am going to go ahead and end this stream here since we just passed 30 minutes. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for that $20 donation. I really, really appreciate that. So grateful for all of you for being here. All right, thank you so much. Make sure you like the stream if you enjoyed it. It really helps me grow. Share the word about this channel. Let's continue to grow. Let's continue to try to reach our goals. Let's hit 10K. Okay, I know we can do it. Thank you guys. I love you guys. You are awesome. You are amazing. I hope someone takes something from this stream today. Start using the advice today. Start using the advice. The advice is no good unless you use it. So until next time, you guys, as always. Right there. Where's the camera? There we go. Stay awesome. Now if I can just find the stop streaming button.